Well, welcome to a new sunny UPbuild garage video where we're going to be continuing work on our Fiesta Zetec S. Just waiting on Dad getting here, and then we'll get the shed opened up in the meantime. Oh man, it might be bright up there, but it's a bit chilly. Right, so the main bits today we want to get through is we've got the headlights to restore. We're going to show you the process in that and the materials we're using. Got the alloy wheels, we're going to restore those. We'll show the process and the materials we use for doing that. And the gearbox, we've got that gearbox issue to sort out with the stiff gears when it gets hot. Got to strip the front access hatch off and have a look inside the gearbox and see what's going on there, and get that fixed. There we go. Right then, fantastic. Dad's here. So what I thought to do is just the first order of the day is to go through these headlights and give them a good restore. We've actually already done that side, but I thought we'd just go through the process quickly with you just to sort of show you what we do and what the methods are. So as you can see, we've got this light taped up. We bought the cheapest and most rubbish masking tape. So make sure you get some good sort of waterproof masking tape or painter's masking tape. We did actually buy painter's masking tape, but it's just poor quality. It gets wet and the back sticks on the body anyway. So give the light a clean over first, get a cloth and give it a wipe over and get all the muck and grime off it, just so you're not rubbing that around when you're restoring it. We'll use a bit more masking tape around the body, just make sure you do that so you don't catch the body when you're doing it, when you're restoring. So I'll just show you the equipment that we're using, or the materials that we're using. We've kind of just, obviously we're not professionals, so there'll be a load of probably professionals shouting and screaming at the screen telling we're doing it all wrong, but this works for us, and it's like I say, basic methods that improves the lights massively compared to how they were. So what am I using? We've got a little adapter, fits in the drill. Comes with a little sand and disc kit. You can buy light restoring kits, but it's just, we already had some stuff, and if you buy the discs separate, you get more discs for the same money. Less than a crate of beer. It's like £10. So like I say, we've got the little adapter, we've got the soft pad on the back of the adapter, and the sand and discs on. And what I'll do is I'll start with, they're the discs we're using. They come with more in the kit, but start with an 800 grit, that's dry, 1000 grit, that's dry, then move up to 1200 wet, 1500 wet, 2000, then 3000. You probably don't need to go as far as 3000, but it just makes the polymer process at the end a bit easier when you use the smoother grit. So probably go around in each pad, maybe a couple of passes in each pad, maybe not quite so many in the harder grit, maybe one pass in the harder grit, and then a couple extra passes, or an extra pass in the finer grits. The trick is not to miss out any of the grits, because if you move from say the 1000 up to 2000, you might leave some of the scratches in from the 1000. It's too big a step, so just step up gradually. It takes a bit extra time, but it's just worth it because it'll get you a better result at the end. So like I say, 800, 1000, 1200, 1500, 2000, 3000. And once you've got them worked through all those, what we'll do is we'll use the cutting compound, just a very fine cutting compound, again on a little adapter. Again, you can buy these off the internet, the little adapters and the buffing discs for, like I say, the same again, less than the crate of beer, pretty cheap. You might already have, you don't have to have these, you can just use a microfiber cloth, but definitely going to need them for the sanding, I would say though. So we'll use the cutting compound first after we've done all the sanding, and then again a couple of passes with that, and then we'll move on to the polish, a new pad for the polishing. I think that's pretty much it, Dad, isn't it? That's all. That's more or less it. I don't think I'm missing anything out.
I think that's it, yeah.
I've not missed anything out there.
No, I don't think so. You got them all in.
All in. I like to say just some microfiber cloth, nice clean microfiber cloth to give it a buff off at the end, and then and yeah, your lights will look fantastic. So yeah, watch us go through the process now. We'll crack on and get it done. So yeah, let's get it done.
Right now, you can see now that the headlights have been all nicely polished up. This one here, my son Mark done that one the other day, and I've just finished off this one here now. But what a fantastic job it's done of them. Very good.
Look great, don't they? Oh, the other thing is, which we didn't mention, I forgot to mention earlier on, to put a little bit of UV protection on them. They'll need a little bit of UV protection on them. We'll do that. That's just something you can buy in the light restoring kits if you buy a light restoring kit, or you can actually buy it separately.
Yeah, it's one of the last sort of jobs to do is put the coating on them.
Yeah, and that'll help them stop them from going orange again or losing their brightness. But anyway, that's great. So we'll crack on with the next job. I think the next job's going to be fitting that or fixing that gear shift.
Fix the gear shift. Yeah.
Brilliant. So let's crack on with that. Right then. So the first thing to do is just take this access hatch off the front here. Couple of clips at the bottom there, and then behind here we've got the linkages for the shifter there. So, right. So there's the linkages. We'll pop that one off first on the top there. Let's get a screwdriver. Back. Oh, actually, that's been held on with a circlip, as you can see. Get that one off in a minute. So this one here, press that little button in the side of it there, I think. Yep, that's freed. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the two linkages off. Just in here, this one, and we'll just hook them up height, up out of the way. And the problem is this bit here, where this bar pivots on this shaft. So as you can see, we've got the pry bar on the back, and we're just pulling this piece off, which we'll have out in a second. Show that bit there, that again. The pin inside there. Right then. So the problem is where that lever I've just taken off that shaft there pivots on that shaft, and the bushes in that lever at the back of the bushes, it rusts and makes it a tight fit on that shaft. So I'll take it on the bench. We'll have a look at it. Right then, fantastic. So what we've done is just given the shaft on the car a little bit of rub over 1200, and then the bar that come off the car lever, I've just given the bearings, the bushes should I say, a little drill out with a 12.3mm drill. Right, I'm just going to pause that there for a second, just to explain what I'm doing or what's going on. What I'm pointing at there is the hole where that lever pivots on that shaft on the car, as I was saying. And so what happens is, what I'm pointing at there now is the nylon bushes that press into that lever. The problem is that the back of those nylon bushes, it rusts, which obviously expands or closes that hole up at the back of the nylon bushes, and it makes it tight on that shaft on the car, which you saw earlier. And obviously when it heats up, it's worse. Yeah, the metal expands, and that's what causes the gear shift to become tight and not easy to get into gear. So as I just said, I've just drilled through it with a drill bit slightly bigger than the shaft on the car, and that's what fixes the problem. The shaft measures just under 12mm. I'll not go into detail because there's a good video from Cyclone which does this good step-by-step video with the drill there. So I'll put his description in his video in the description so you can look at it. We'll crack on and get that fitted back up again. neutral, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse. Brilliant. So we'll get that on the road now and give that a go and see if we fix this bush. Fantastic.
Right now, we're just going out now for the retest now. The gearbox stuff, we just sorted it all out now. We're going out to give it a run now. And we'll let you know how we come on when we come back.
So what we'll do is we'll just set the trip switch back. We'll zero that. And then once we've done 5 or 6 miles, as my dad was saying, we'll get back in hopefully.
Yeah. We'll get back and we'll tell you how we come on.
Brilliant.
See how the...
Let's test it. Oh man, right. It's wild out there. So out now, we've got 10.3 miles on the clock. I'm just using the other camera to show you that. So you can see we've got 10.3 miles. So obviously the problem with the gear shift is that if you've done over sort of, is it about 5 or 6 miles, something like that?
So there, about 5 or 6 miles, then it's starting to go stiff.
Yeah,
really
it's really
stiff.
heated up. So that was that
was
shaft
that shaft.
that was showed. Well, it's actually the bearings actually on the lever that sits on that shaft, which you've seen us do. So now we're just going to show you the gears going in and out really easily. As we've said, we've done 10.9 miles, so fire away there, Dad, and I'll use the camera so you can see we're into first dead easy. And all clear. So you can see my dad can change it as easy as anything. Literally use these fingers just to sort of like push it into gear. A few too many revs. There we go. We're going into fourth dead easy. There you go, you see. Doddle, absolute doddle, that's great, isn't it? I feel alright.
Yeah, they're good.
Feel good.
Really good.
Fantastic.
They're really good. Just like a new gearbox it is now.
That's it.
All it needed was that shaft.
That's all.
All it needed, that shaft cleaning out.
Well, it wasn't the shaft, it was the bearings actually.
The bearing in
that lever. Anyway, that's, now you see that works. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to the garage and we're going to crack on and get those wheels refurbished that we mentioned. Before we do that though, we're just going to do a quick 0 to 60 run, show you how fast it is 0 to 60, because we found quite a big boost leak. So we'll chop to that now, and then after that we'll be back in the garage, we're back in the shed, and we'll get them wheels sorted.
That's the thing, yeah. Get the wheels all refurbished and then get them back onto the car.
Let's chop to that 0 to 60 time.
Very good.
Well, the next job of the day is going to be taking care of these wheels. As you can see, they're quite a mess. Got a lot of curb rash right around the rim. But anyway, we're going to have these looking like brand new again, using basic methods. So we'll show you how we're going to do that now. Right then, so I'll talk you through the process a little bit about what we're doing here. So as you saw, I was using the drill there with the soft pad and Velcro 120 grit just around the rim. And the same principle here applies as what was with the lights earlier, just stepping sort of down in the grit, or up in the grit I suppose, smoother and smoother. So I used the 120, and then my dad went round with the finer grit, just working our way down to 400. And then as you can see, pop the cards in, and I'm just going to put a bit of etch primer on there, and then after a bit of etch primer, a bit of high build on top of that, just to sort of try and eliminate some of the scratches. And so what I'll do now is let that dry off and then go back over with a bit more 400 grit just to try and smooth them out and get a nice finish. And again, just popping over with a little bit of etch primer again, just to cover up that bright yellow high build primer, so when the colour goes on it doesn't show through, or it gives a good covering with the silver. And then there we go, that's the silver starting to go on. Just a standard wheel silver. And now I'm coating them with the lacquer. I think I put 3 coats of lacquer on to try and get a nice shiny gloss finish. The trick is obviously getting in all of the little nooks and crannies, so you're kind of angling the can all different angles to try and make sure you hit the wheel in every spot. Just taking your time. Very fantastic.
Right, that's fantastic now.
Brilliant.
What we've done is we've refurbished all the wheels, the 4 wheels on are now. They're all going onto it now, which you're going to see in the next episode after this one.
Definitely. And that's going to be the last episode on the Fiesta, episode number 3. And the big thing which we want to show you is the price reveal, how much was spent on the car, how much we bought it for obviously, and how much we sell it for at the end. But the big thing which we want to show you is the next UPbuild Revival, what the next car is going to be, which we're looking forward to showing you.
Yeah, that'd be good. But like what they say, it's a thumbs up though. Brilliant. Thumbs up.
Press that thumbs up button.
Thumbs up.
Helps us out massively.
A few comments. Brilliant.
Bring the
Brilliant.
comments.
Brilliant.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with us. Excellent. We'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.